are right. What's happening? What's happening is 7 o'clock. It is Tuesday, and y'all know the routine. We in the building, y'all. It is what it is. We about to get it in. I got a whole lot to talk about, just for the record, because it has been a hectic yet fun week. Tonight I'm going to talk about this week here in Chicago, in the Mecca, in the city that I love, my home, Chi-Town, y'all. And I'm going to do that because there are a lot of things to be said about the things that have taken place during the week. A lot of good events, made a lot of really good connections, and man, let me tell you, I have, and it's funny because I'm at home, but man, when I tell you I thoroughly enjoyed myself, it's amazing to be able to come to your home and have this much fun. Real talk. Linda Sanders is in the building. How you doing? KD, what's happening? Kim Davis in the building. I see you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Linda, for the compliment. I appreciate that. I'm back to my old self. You know, a lot of people don't know me. Some of you are newer acquaintances and don't know me from back in the day when I rocked this style for many, many, many years. And one day I got a bug up my butt and I cut it all off. But no more, because I am back and I'm doing what I do. You know what I'm saying. Miss Bobby in the house. How you doing? Lisa Luckett. There is my fairy godmother lady. Lisa, you know you're one of my favorite people. I appreciate you checking in. So anyway, y'all, I got a lot of stuff to cover, and I got lots of notes. I had to take a lot of notes, y'all. It was necessary because a lot of stuff went on. Before I get started, though, I want to take just a couple of minutes and address a tragedy in the Steppers community. One of our beloved, who has been a part of this dance for a very long time and who has contributed tremendously to the dance. And y'all know how I am when it comes to the contributions. Y'all see my glasses broke? Look, I broke the arm off my glasses today. The people who have made contributions to the dance, and I always like to honor those people. We have a lot of people who like to hang labels around their own neck about their participation in the community, and they call themselves legends without anyone else doing it for them. And the thing is, we have a lot of people who do this as a labor of love, and they take pride and honor in respecting and representing the Steppers community. I'd like to see more of that from my peers in this community as well. What's happening, Will Tanner? Thank you for coming through. So with that said, I want to I want to offer my condolences to Miss Cheryl Jackson on her passing. I have a couple of things here. Let me put this on screen right quick. This is the cover of, I'm guessing, her obituary. Miss Cheryl Jackson, may she rest in heaven, August 1st of 1949 to February the 9th of 2025. Now, I'm going to read something right quick that a good friend of hers wrote. Tracy Renee Wheeler, in being inquired in the inquiry about her, the information for her services. First, let me again say condolences to Cheryl and her family, as well as the Steppin family. She represents a tremendous loss, a sudden and tremendous loss in this community. Bernice Newsom Short, how are you tonight? Let me read what Tracy wrote, and it goes as follows. I've been contacted inquiring about Cheryl Memorial Celebration of Life Party. Please note, this is not a repast, but a party at the set that she started 40 years ago. All right, that's dedication. That's consistency, something we need a lot more of in our community. And work hard to maintain for the past 40 years. Those that know her know that her wishes was for a big party at the set she started, maintained, and hosted for the past 40 years. She expressed this often to me. Everything will remain the same, and we plan to party hard in her honor. If you truly loved her and wish to honor her and celebrate her glorious life, we look forward to seeing you 4th Sunday, February 23rd. If you're unable to attend or wish to not attend, it is truly understandable. If you wish to assist with her memorial service, please feel free to contact her directly. Last but not least, for those inquiring about the future of 4th Sunday and Good Time Productions, please know that show and party will continue. The show will not end. It party on. And I believe she would want it that way. We're not going anywhere, and we'll continue with Cheryl's legacy with the hottest monthly set ever, every 4th Sunday, as she worked hard to maintain and continue. And as Willie Bell would say, see you on the wood. And as Pete Frazier would say, let's go to work, steppers. Sincerely, Tracy Wheeler on behalf of Good Time Productions. So if you've never been to a Good Time Productions set here in Chicago at the Grand Ballroom, you might want to check that out. I'm just saying. So had to get that out of the way, put that out there, and make sure that everybody is aware. And it also, as always, when we lose someone in this community, it brings me to the reminder that I must make to all of us. We're not getting any younger, and it is absolutely necessary for us to continue to maintain ourselves in a way where we represent this community properly and in good vibrations. Let me put it that way. We need to take care of each other, y'all. We need to do the best we can, and I appreciate Tracy for honoring Cheryl's legacy and providing what she would have wanted in that regard. So big ups to Tracy. Much respect. Rest in peace, Cheryl Jackson. We love you. Now, I'm gonna start out. I gotta tell y'all, when I first got to when I got here last Monday, y'all, I've been here over a week. I want y'all to know I am ready to go home. I've been ready to go home. Thank you, Riri. Hey, Riri, how you doing, baby? All the way over there from Houston, Texas. She's from Houston. She's a Houstonian. Hey, Riri. And I've been ready to go, y'all. But I'm here on business. I'm here taking care of some things outside the Steppers community, necessary stuff. But let me tell you what I did. I got here last Monday. Now, I came in, I got here late. Did a few things with my family on Tuesday. But Tuesday night, I sat up there and I did my show. I did Inside Steppin' last Tuesday. And what was amazing to me was that it was supposed to be a storm. Well, the storm hit. And I was on the show talking real slick. I said something like, it don't matter how cold it is. It don't matter how much snow get on the ground. People in Chicago going outside. That's what I said. Kenneth Jackson, all the way from Houston, Texas, I see you. Thank you for tuning in. Jerome Cook, I see you. Hey, Sandra Davis. And I said, we going outside anyway. Hey, Arjanelle Anderson. I said, it don't matter. Well, Wednesday night, I got over to, because it snowed its tail off on Wednesday. If y'all saw any of the videos on my page, you saw me standing there with the disgusting look on my face as it was snowing and hitting the ground pretty daggone good. Well, I ended up going to the went out Wednesday night to Visions with the Dancing Daphnes. My man Cross was over there on the box and he was tearing it up. But the only problem was the crowd was a little light, just a little bit. And I was like, dang, normally people will go, and then I had to think about it. Yeah, we getting old. We getting older. We ain't the youngsters we used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. So I'm like, but I still went, and shout out to Mike and Diane Dabney over there, consistent. I want y'all to think about this, and I'm going to continue to use this word tonight. Consistency. Consistency, repetition, being able to just keep doing through adversity, through bad weather, whatever else you want to put in front of people who do what we do. We're going to, we have to be what you guys can depend on. So guess what? Even if nobody showed up on Wednesday, the Dabneys were still having a set. I was there. There was several. As a matter of fact, it wasn't it was light compared to what it normally is, but people still came out and people still danced and still had a great time. And for me, that's everything. Hey, Norma Wilson, nigga, Normal. That's one of my fun girls. What's up, baby girl? We're going to see you this weekend, Norma. We going to turn up in San Antonio. If you ain't at this set, baby, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. Eric Washington, what's going on? And so I want to, because Eric said, yes, you did do that. Yeah. See, I was talking real slick about how folks in the, from here get out, and we was going to party anyway. Sandra Davis, thank you so much. You so sweet. She said, nah, bro, something's different about you. Damn. You just keep getting better. Thank you, Sandra. You a sweetie pie. My man, David Calhoun in the building. What's up, baby? That's my dog right there. And I talked all that slick, all that stuff, talking slick. Lady Sings the News is in the house, y'all. And so anyway, it didn't matter because we still went outside. Now I did, I made my way through the snow real slow to get back to the house, and it was all good. I didn't care because we still had fun. Now, and I got to make sure that I hit all my points on these things. Let's see. So yeah, I think that was it on Wednesday, but we had a really good time regardless. Like I said, my man Cross did his thing on the ones and twos. I hung out with my girl Roxy and her old man, and it was his birthday. Happy birthday, my man. And I was supposed to be, and I told Rock, oh wait. Let me back up. Let me just back up. I don't know how I could forget this. So Wednesday night, y'all. See, it's always something good. It's always something good. And so I'm about to leave. Janetta Kirby, how you doing, baby? Thank you for coming through. Eric Washington in the building. Look, so I was about to leave, and I'm standing out front. My man David Calhoun's out there, who's on the show tonight. A couple other cats, we out there kicking it, just chopping it up in the cold. But it wasn't that bad. It was probably 15, maybe 16 degrees, but the wind wasn't blowing or nothing, so it was just cold. Cats step outside, take a smoke break, whatever. So it's a dude standing out there, right? And we out there just chopping it up. Now, everybody know me, but he don't know me. And he say, who is this dude? he kept saying, you know this guy? And so everybody was like, yeah, we know him. You don't know him? He was like, man, I know everybody on the set. He's like, but I don't know him. I ain't never met him before. I ain't never seen that man before. And I said, well, that it's funny how this community works, especially if you're from Chicago, because I've had the experience of being around people that I get to, that I kick it with, and we start talking, and we get to going back to things that happened in the past. I'm talking history, way back. And we find out we got certain things in common and certain people in common. And then we sit there and go, damn, and our paths never cross? That's odd. But it happens all the time. So, it ain't no thing, no. Anyway, so we still out there kicking it. Hey, Tammy, I see you. We out there kicking it. Netta McCormick in the building. What's going on, baby? Out there from the West Coast. So we out there kicking it, and dudes say, man. So he says, I'm Remy Man. I said, all right, Remy Man, I'm Brian Forbes. And so everybody else was telling him about Inside Steppin. He was like, you ain't never seen Inside Steppin? He said, no, man, I don't know. He said, I ain't never seen that man before. So anyway, we get to talking. Well, it turns out, and this is the point of what I'm saying. Sydney Bay, how you doing? I said, it turns out this is what the important thing. And I want to explain this to y'all. And I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Hey, Janet Wooten, is relationships. Y'all hear me say this all the time. I cannot stress enough how important these relationships are. And you make them with people, and you try to meet on a level. You try to meet in a place where you and that person can develop a long-lasting relationship, a friendship, a bond of some kind that allows us to thrive in this community. Now, I'm bringing this man's name up in particular for a reason. And it's because, y'all, I did a show, it's been a couple of years now, where I talked about all of the entrepreneurs in the Steppin community. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. And the thing is, it was like, this dude was literally like entrepreneurs that I like. Dude was out here like, oh, he has a hair care product, y'all. Hair care product company. Let me take that back. And a cleaning product company. Remy Man. Y'all can look this cat up. You can Google him. It's going to be the first thing that pop up. You type in Remy Man, REMYMAN. His thing pops up first. Somebody did a great job with him on SEO. And listen, this dude is a beast, man. He's got a lot of testimonials on his page to talk about his hair products and all of the stuff that he got going on. Remy Man is a cold dude. I love a dude that hustle that hard. So we kept talking, and it turns out, like I said, I'm impressed with his hustle. And what I really liked was the fact that here's another person right here in our midst, right here in the Steppin community, that people need to pay attention to. People need to understand that we need to be shopping with each other, especially in these what are coming to be hard economic times, and that we need to be using our dollars correctly, if you know what I'm saying. Y'all need to check my man out. I'm going to throw up, let me see, I'm going to put this up right quick. I got his page here. Let me see, let me set it just right. I got his page right here so that you guys can take a look. And he's got all sorts of good stuff on here. He's got products for men's beards. He's got products for women's hair. He's got products to make your hair grow. He's got products to make your hair look good. He got men's products, women's products, natural hair products, lock products. Look at that. The man got a whole line, and I'm talking about, and if you ever see this guy, if you're ever in Chicago, right? And here's the cleaning products. Let's see, let's check these out. If you ever in Chicago and you're driving down the street and you see a car, look like, I think it's a Lincoln, and on the side of it, it says Remy Man. Like he's a rolling billboard for himself. And dude has all the stuff, man. And I was really amazed by this cat, and I enjoyed talking to him. We had a very vigorous conversation, one player to another. It was very, very, very cool. So shout out to Remy Man. Y'all get a chance, support the entrepreneurs in this community. I can't say enough about that. And it looks to me like this dude got his stuff together, so you need to check him out. And Kurt White got jokes. He said, "You think you could do my hair?" Kurt White, I done lent you some hair once now. Don't start. You crazy. What's up? Oh, I see you, my man. Collaboration is real, my brother. In the building, collaboration members in the house. Mona Strickland, how you doing? Thank you so much. And Walida Lee, how you doing, sweetie? I haven't seen you in quite a while. Thank you for tuning in. So anyway, that was the highlight of my evening at the Daphne's over there at Visions, doing the thing on the Wednesday night set. I always like meeting cool people. And the funny part was he kept asking everybody to come out the door. He said, "You know this dude?" And everybody was like, "Yeah, we know him." He was like, "Damn, why I don't know this dude?" And then he say, I said, "Look, man, what you want? Where you at on Facebook?" And he told me. And so I looked him up on Facebook, and I said, "You know what? We already friends." He said, "For real?" I said, "See, you say you ain't never seen me before. Apparently we done crossed paths somewhere." Anyway, great dude. Oh, and by the way, I was driving down the street Saturday. And yeah, it was Saturday. I was driving down 87th Street, and I saw his car, and I blew the horn at him. He blew back, and I called him. I said, "Hey, man, that was your..." He said, "Mr. Forbes." I said, "Yeah, what's up, Remy, man?" And I said, "That was me blowing at you." He was like, "That's what's up." He came down and hung out with me at the 50 on Saturday because I played at the 50 on Saturday, so it was off the chain. We had a good time. Great dude. Y'all pay attention to Remy Man. Look him up. Google Remy Man. Check out his product line. It might be something in there you can use. Now, moving forward, I went because y'all know in the midst of all of this, I'm still working on my house, helping my mama work on her house. It's a million different things going on, but we getting it done, so that's all that matters. You dig? Okay. The drops say they have supported him plenty of times. Good. Kirk, you need to go to Remy Man, see if he got some of that hair growth formula, and we're gonna rub it in your scalp, see if we can get you some sprouts up there. How about that? We're gonna put it to work for you. Eric Washington, you're absolutely correct. He says relationships are very important if you want to be in the Steppers community. Your blessing is one person away. You ain't never lied, brother. Now that right there, thank you for that commentary, because that is absolutely facts. Critical and absolutely true. And there are people like Remy Man around the community, and the individuality of us all is so important, as we all are a part of a collective. Hey, Red Snap, I see you. How you doing, friend? Yeah, all the way from the ATL. And we must maintain or develop and maintain relationships. And even if possible, a lot of us, some of us, we have oftentimes bad blood. If we can build bridges or rebuild or mend bridges, I think that is an excellent thing to do when the opportunity presents itself. I'm not saying go out here and kiss somebody's tail that did you wrong. I'm just saying, sometimes we mad and we don't even know why. So we had to be careful. So Saturday, y'all, I got up and I went over and I hung out with my man, DJ Calvin, over there at the 50-yard line. He let me sit in for a little while. I played my box for the 50, did the damn thing. What's up, Q? There go another one of my fun girls in the building. What's happening with your girl? I see you. Thank you. So I sat in over at the 50, man, played my box for a little while, got the crowd a little bit worked up, riled up, you dig, and we switched off here and there. And I had a great time. And let me also say, yet again, relationships. Calvin is a mentor, a grantor, person who I've not found. And it's like anything else, people, you go through stuff with people, but I've not found any reason, and I've not actually found a person yet who does not like that gentleman. And when you can go through life and have that many people that think you are a great person, you're doing pretty good in life. And he has always had an open, posture and a hand to someone who may need help, assistance, guidance, a kind word. My man, shout out to Calvin Hayes, because that is my dude. Thank you. Hey, Claudette, how you doing? All the way from Paris, France. I see you. And you be writing in French, and I can't read it. I have to call my daughter. She can read it. I can't read it. She does that to me all the time. Netta McCormick says, I've met some wonderful people in this dance. Even met some millionaires and got a chance to be in a video showcasing Bump City Winery. Artist Roger Smith. Check it out on The Girl with Red Hair. Yes. Let's see. I've built great relationships in this community. Absolutely. And you got people out here. And it's funny because Thursday night I was at MVK, and I took a picture with Hey Fred and Miss Rose and Rochella and Maddie B, and I captioned the photo, I'm out here in these Chicago streets clout chasing. Well, because that I was being funny, because there are people who do that, but that is a great group of people, all facilitators. And let me go back to this one word again: consistent facilitators in one way or another in the community, and building and helping and making things better for everybody in some way or another. They have their hands in it. And I personally appreciate that. I do. I appreciate people who are working to build the community better and bigger, so that we can all move on into better times. Let's see. I got that. I got to make sure, y'all. I got to cross my stuff off my list as I move along. Also, my cousin Martha, if you on here tonight, baby girl, I'm coming to see you tomorrow. So you need to. I heard you. They told me what time you should be at home. I ran into your baby last night, up in the family den. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can to get by to see you tomorrow. So you be looking for your cousin. I'm coming through. And if y'all want to know who my cousin Martha is, that's my cousin. Y'all ever heard me tell the story about how when I first started stepping, my cousins would come home from school. They used to go to Hirsch over there, and they would come home from school, and I got to be the crash test dummy for learning to bop. So that's how I got my dance start from my older cousins. So I got to go pay homage, and I got to go check my folks out. So I'm going to see my cousin Martha. Also, let me see, y'all, because I got all of this stuff on here. I had to do that. I got to make sure I got everything. So let me see. Let me cross that out. Let's see. Got that. Okay. So Thursday, and you know it's funny too because when I got here, I swore up and down I was not gonna be going to all of these different things. I said to myself, self, we're not gonna be running these streets. We're not gonna be running these Chicago streets. We got stuff to do. But my other ego said, hey man, we got some stuff we need to go do. We got some people we need to go see. We got some networking we need to go take care of. And we got relationships to bond with and build with and keep smooth, you dig. And that's what we did. Devin Smith in the building. What's up? One half of them Texas boys with that event coming up. We got, y'all, that's Black and Bling, 10-year anniversary. Y'all need to get ready for that. It's coming up. Teresa Womble, thank you. That's my job to make sure we keep the record straight and put it all where it need to be, baby. Now, Thursday, y'all, I went over and I spent the day with my mom on Thursday, moving some stuff around, getting some stuff done. And so I turned around on Thursday night and, hey, Joyce Taylor, and it had gotten late. So I did not feel like driving all the way out to the west side to go hit the Blue Note. Although I heard the Blue Note was off the chain. I heard that there was plenty folks doing the thing out at the Blue Note. However, I went over to the Noble Lounge, formerly the Dorchester, formerly the Nimbus Disco, to hang out with DJ Vale and the MVK crew. And they had a nice set going on, and there was a lot of people there, and it was a really, good thing. They have a great crowd over there. Now, Maddie B, let's talk about Maddie B. MVK had a great set, but let's talk about Maddie B. First Lady Maddie B, the line dance aficionado. She got it going on when it comes to the line dance, y'all. I'm gonna just tell you, I don't think I've ever seen anybody doing it like she does it. Man, look, I come in the room. Just about the time I came in, greeted DJ Vale, spoke to everybody. Here comes a line of women from behind a set of doors. Well, I later found out, because, me not living here, I don't know how things go all the time. But, man, looked up, and they messed around and came from upstairs, because apparently she had a line dance class upstairs, and they come downstairs to the party. Man, look here. They put that line dance music on, and that new line dance they do, Pretty Girls Walk Like This. Man, look here. I bet it was 150 women. Man, look, and what was cold about it when they was playing the song, if y'all want to see it, I think I got it on my page. You can go to my Brian Forbes Facebook page. It's open, public, so you don't have to be a friend or anything like that. You can go there and watch it. And they was coming down, and these Pretty Girls Walk Like This, and they was popping them fans right on time. I'm talking pop. Wasn't nobody off sync, nobody out of beat. And I mean, it was a lot of women, man. They did their thing. Then they did a few more line dances, and and the party resumed. Everybody had a great time, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So shout out to DJ Vale and the MVK crew. Y'all doing the damn thing over there. I had a ball. Let's see. Yep, let me cross that off. Make sure I hit everything. See, was that it for me for Thursday? I think I went on home after that. When I left Wednesday night after I got done with over at Visions, time I got home, it had stopped snowing finally, but the sidewalk and everything was covered with snow. So I had to do my shovel duties. So I pulled the shovel out. Y'all, I ain't shoveled snow in decades. Because I'm never here when it snows, because I ain't trying to do that. But I got out there and I shoveled the snow. And Poppy was fussing at me the whole time because she said, it's too late to be shoveling snow. You can't be shoveling snow at night and then go lay down. You're going to get, Okay, Poppy. Anyway, it wasn't even that bad. The snow wasn't heavy. I got it done pretty quick. And I got it, and that was that. So it worked out. I got the snow shoveled and went to bed. So I got up on the next day, like I said, and on Thursday, I hit the Noble Lounge and had a really good time with that crew over there. And I'm gonna tell y'all, one of the things that's refreshing for me about being home is when I'm here and people are not tripping. It's like anywhere else. People have their differences and they have their places that they frequent that they prefer and things like that. But it's really cool when you are in an environment where you can just kind of be who you want to be and you can enjoy yourself and you ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of nonsense. And that's just how I feel when I'm at home. Like they're just not sweating like that. And so Friday, man, I'm going to tell y'all about Friday. I was supposed to meet, I told Remy, man, I was going to meet him at the 50 on Friday because we were supposed to hang out, me, him, my girl Roxy, and some other people. We just kind of, because we were all at Visions together, we was like, okay, we just going to hang out over there. But here's what happened. So Friday, my daughter, I dropped my mother-in-law off downtown because she still does hair, as you can see. And she's got a client every now and then. And this woman has been been in this hair business for at least the last 60 some years. And she had me drop her off because she take a client or two a week, just to keep herself busy and something to do. So I dropped her off downtown. And she said, well, I'm going to walk over to her granddaughter's building, my daughter, which is right down the street from where she's right there on Monroe. And so she said, I'm gonna just meet you over there. So I said, fine. I drove back downtown when she was ready to go. She said, well, I'm at your daughter. I'm at baby girl's house. Come on when you're ready. So I get over there. Hey, Sunshine, what's up, babe? It's Sunshine Haywood with the big time event coming up, Memorial Day weekend. Y'all look out for that. That's gonna be the bomb. So I said, so I was like, all right, I'll meet you down there. So I get downtown. Now, one of the reasons that I'm always reluctant, and my daughter don't like this, is to go visit my daughter, is because it costs me money, a lot of money, when I go visit my daughter, because she lives in the heart of the city, literally. And the parking downtown, we all know, is off the scale. And so I get down there, and let me tell y'all, I don't know, if you don't know this, or if you like visiting the city, let me give y'all a quick tip. Get this app on your phone. It's called Spot Hero. Add that. If you live here, if you don't live here, if you're traveling through the city, get this app called Spot Hero. Spot Hero will allow you can put the address to the parking lot that you want to park in or where the space is or whatever, or you could do it ahead of time. And if you pay for the space on the app before you get to the parking lot, it gives you an allotted amount of time to park, but it's a discounted rate. So it was cheaper. So I use that all the time. Spot Hero. There's an app for it. Anyway, so I get there, pay for my park, and I had to go across the street to the building that she lives in. And we're sitting there. Now, it's about 4:30. So I figured my parking was supposed to be till about 7:30. So I said, okay, well, I got 3 hours to hang out with my baby. I'm going to do that. And I mess around, and we sitting there. So I tell my mother-in-law, I said, hey, look at here. It's about that time, you dig? We get ready to get up out of here because that parking about to run out. So my daughter goes, oh, no, you got to get that extended. We're making dinner. You have to eat dinner with us. I'm like, what? So my son-in-law is in there literally making dinner rolls from scratch. Like, who does that? He does, apparently. So they're in there cooking, and she made a chicken dish with I don't even like carrots, but she made these carrots that was off the chain. But now you got to remember, my kids were vegetarians growing up, and she is a vegan, not as much as she was at one point. Well, now she's more of a vegetarian, but She made this carrot recipe, man. These carrots was off the chain. Anyway, had dinner. And I was gonna get the parking extended, but I looked and the thing said till 11:30. So I had from 4:30 till 11:30 for $22, which is pretty damn good in Chicago. So I mess around and we eat, and now I'm full as a tick, and I'm sitting there going, damn, whew, okay, well, we gotta go. And at first I was thinking, okay, because I'm gonna go over to the 50. Walked outside, and it looked like the bottom had fell out. It was snow everywhere. The streets was not plowed, wasn't no salt truck. Well, I ain't gonna say they wasn't out there, but they hadn't hit that street yet. Man, I walked outside, I was like, in the wind, and let me tell y'all something. My baby lived right on the lake. And when I tell you the hawk was out, and that wind was blowing, about to knock me down, and that snow was blowing sideways, partner. Man, look. So I was like, all right, you know what? That's it. I went and got the car, came back, picked my mother-in-law from in front of the building, and we took off back south. It took us a while to get back south because everything was just snow. It was snow everywhere. So we get back to the house. I said, you know what? I ain't going out tonight. I went right in, went straight to sleep. That was it for me for Friday. So I didn't do that. But now Saturday I got up and went over to the 50, hung out with my man DJ Calvin, and man, got to play my box at the 50. And had a really good time hanging out with him and all of the other people who I get to see whenever I'm home. I thoroughly enjoy being able to, fellowship and kick it with my folks. Always a good time. And we had a real good time. I think I must have stayed up in there till about, 7, 8 o'clock. No, about 8 o'clock. About 8 or 8:30. I hung out up in there. And we were just, doing the thing. And it was fun. And again, the 50-yard line is one of those kind of places, and this is as a description for all of my outside of Chicago people. Y'all need to understand, and I try so hard to bridge the gap between what it's like to be from here and what it's like to not be from here. And I don't mean not be from here, but live somewhere else in the country. There's a lot of divisions in the Steppers community that really don't have to be in our community. But they're there because so many people work so hard to try to be different or think that they have understanding about something that they may not. And it gets to be sometimes a headache when people have these misunderstandings. Arnice Baynard, how you doing? Teresa Womble, I see you. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Steppin in Style. Or Style and Steppin, my bad. Jerome Cook, Lillian Hull, how you doing? Bernice Newsom Short. So what happens is there's some misunderstandings by people who are not from here. And they think they have a grasp on what Steppin is and what this culture is. And I'm going to say, like I always do, you need to come to the Mecca to get it. Ambassador Kevin Nevels is in the building. What's going on, Kev? And I suggest, I encourage those of you who have never been here, or even some of y'all that have been here during major events, come here when there's nothing really going on. You'll be amazed at the vibe. You'll be amazed at the way things are done. You'll be amazed at the way people move in the community. You'll get to see really some incredible dances. You'll get some incredible dances. The same people that travel all over the country, for the ones that do, you'll get to, you really just, you right there with them. And they're just there to dance. They're there to have a good time, and that's it. And that is an environment that is a teaching environment, a learning environment. Because even though they're not, as a rule, people in Chicago don't teach on the floor. That's some stuff you see in other markets, not here. People here are going to dance and have a good time regardless of your skill level. They don't care about that. They came to dance. Yes, it's helpful the better your dance is, and I guarantee you come here and you just touch hands with a few people, your dance will improve. It's inevitable. It will happen by default. And that's just the way things are here. Letitia Jackson, how you doing, baby? Gloria Fair in the building. Thank you for coming in. What's up, Tony Johnson? I see you, my brother. Arnice Baynard coming up in here. I see y'all. And it's so necessary just to experience the atmosphere. You literally could come to these sets and not even dance, and you will see what I mean when I say what I say. There have been times where my wife and I have had people with us that are not from here. Then when we travel here, we have a lot of people that'll be like, oh, let me know next time y'all going. I want to go. And we'll bring somebody with us, and they get to experience the Steppers community on a level that sometimes people are not necessarily able to do because they don't have escorts like us. They don't have the lay of the land and are able to move around the community the way we do. And it's just a different world. Now, I've recently got wind of an individual who is attempting to recreate this dance once again. Let me say this. Hey, wise cat. And I'm going to continue to say it. I'm going to beat this drum until I beat the skin off of it. That didn't sound right. Anyway, understand this. This dance has a basic format. You can count it 8 times. You can count it 6 times with an and. For those of you who know, you know what I mean. You can count a 6. You can be an original stepper. You can be an old school and a new school stepper. What you cannot and will not do is take away or add anything to this dance and then continue to attempt to call it stepping. No, the dance does not and will not evolve. For those of you who think this dance needs to evolve, you need to look up the word evolve and understand what it means. And what I mean by that is, the minute you change something, it is no longer that thing. Now, do we mind? No. And I know y'all have heard me say this shit 1,000 times. Do we mind that you decide you want to try and recreate something or do something? Put your name on it. Don't call it stepping. This dance has a foundation. Now, unfortunately, many of you have had instructors who didn't know how to instruct and told you a bunch of lies and fed you a bunch of BS, and you believed it, unfortunately. But just be clear. Nothing about this dance changes. Despite anything these people from outside this city try to sell you, tell you, make you believe, this dance has a foundation that will not change, that will not evolve. Will people's dance styles evolve? Let's see, if you don't know the difference between what the foundation is and a style, you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to find your instructor and beat them across the head and make them explain it to you. Which the whole problem is, most of these instructors do not and cannot explain what this is. They have to be able to articulate this dance, its origin and its meaning, and why you're doing what you're doing and why trying to add something to it does not, will not, and cannot work and still be stepping. I cannot explain that any more thoroughly to those of you who misunderstand what the word evolve means, but it does not belong in stepping. Toss that out your vocabulary. Now, and I went off down a rabbit hole. See how y'all make me do? Anyway, we had a really good time. We always have a good time at the 50. That's going to be a good time no matter what happens. You go in the 50 on a Saturday afternoon. You got DJ Calvin in the booth, and me sometimes when I'm in town, and we have a really good time, and everybody enjoys what they enjoy, and that's just what it is. And I encourage everybody to try and make that trip to Mecca when you have the opportunity. Now, Saturday, that was Saturday. No, that wasn't my complete Saturday. I'm tripping. So Saturday night, y'all, after I left the 50, I made it all the way out to Orland Park. And when I got to Orland Park, I ran upon Well, I didn't run upon it because I knew it was going on and I made sure to take my tail out there. I got out there to the Deja Vu set at Giorgio's in Orland. That crew and Maddie B, I have a few things to say about that set. One of them is for those of you who are out of town and don't really grasp the stepping genre. The Deja Vu set is one of what I would like to refer to as an epitome of what this community actually looks like back in the day. This set was set up to be in blue. Now, I saw Maddie on Thursday and I told her, I said, baby, I didn't bring no clothes. She said, you come anyway. I told her I'll be in black. But I want to give a shout out to Willie Bell for making me realize just how underdressed I was. Because he's like, here, come on, B, take this picture. Come on, B, take this picture. So he took a bunch of pictures of me. And I'm not going to lie, I felt out of place, baby. Look, and I'm going to tell you why I felt out of place. And I'm generally a person who likes to dress. Y'all seen me dress. Baby, when I tell you them people was clean, baby, listen to me. I'm talking about, man, the custom hats, the made suits, the gaiters. Baby, they was clean. They was clean. The men and the women was, man, they was had matching sets, colors. Man, goodness, they was clean. And all I could say was, whoo. And it took me back. And I encourage people to try as hard as you can to experience that. You need to get on that road, the road to Mecca. You need to come and check these things out. Real talk. I had a conversation with somebody this weekend, and we were discussing some things about the Steppers community within the city. And I realized something. And it didn't really occur to me. It kind of did before, but not really. And I think this kind of drove it home a little bit more. There is such a divide that even people within the city are sometimes the opposite extreme of what we find outside the city. And what I mean by that is we have people who literally are here that are steppers who live in a bubble. They are unaware of what goes on outside the city limits in regard to the steppers community. And it was tripped out because they were like, oh, they stepping in Texas? Oh, they stepping in California? And I'm like, you don't know that? And it's, I guess it's easy for them not to understand that because their world, as far as stepping is concerned, is contained within this environment. The same way I have told you all in the past that if you don't come to this city as a stepper outside the city, you'll never know some of the steppers that we know that are actually cold. They don't travel. They don't go anywhere. They live in this space. Now, a lot of them are aware of what else goes on around the country. But the simple fact is, they don't care about any of that other stuff. And so, you got to also remember, and I had a show where I talked specifically about this too. You don't have to, if you, as a stepper, let me tell you something. You ain't got to never leave this city. It's stepping 7 nights a week in Chicago. There are people who feel like, well, why should I leave Chicago and go anywhere to dance and pay money to go dance when I could do it right here? I got the best of the best right here in this city. This is where it started. This is what it is. Now, I'm going to say this. There's a lot to be said for being able to stretch out a little bit, move around the globe at this stage and do this dance and meet new people and hang out with, and fellowship with folks that are from a different environment than you. You go out to California, you got a lot of West Coast folks stepping. You come down to Texas, you got people that's in Texas. They ain't never left Texas, just like people ain't never left Chicago. And they stepping. So there's something to be said for understanding both sides of the game. And I encourage everybody to, if you have that opportunity to, if you don't do nothing but take one trip a year, it ain't even got to be far. I encourage people to go to sets like Valerie O'Connor over there in Minneapolis. Go check her out. It's a short trip. It used to be easier to go down to St. Louis for Steppaganza, but we don't have that anymore. And a lot of people who don't travel would literally get in their car and drive down to St. Louis just to hit the Steppaganza set, and it was the biggest Steppa set in the country every year. So it would just be good for you to get outside of this environment and explore. The same as I'm encouraging people who are outside this environment, in their environment, to come here and change their perspective on what they think they know about stepping, or what they may or may not understand. And once they get here, the whole vibe shifts. I've not seen one person yet who came here and their vibe didn't shift almost immediately upon entering a room with other steppers and watching how people move and watching how people interact and the way things go on in this city. Once you do that, and there's a reason why we call it the Mecca. Anybody who understands, and a lot of people don't. Netta McCormick, we coming out to Cali. Let me know when you want us out there. A lot of people don't understand, because most people on a larger scale operate within the Christian religion, and so Mecca is a Islamic thing. And people that I know who have gone to Mecca, the actual Mecca in the Middle East, have come back with new understandings and a different clarity about their spirituality, their religion, and what it all means. If you know anything about the late great Malcolm X, he was one of those people who went to Mecca, and it changed his perspective, which is part of the reason why so many turned on him after his return, because he saw something different than what he thought he knew about his religion. This dance is a religion within itself. When you go to, or should I say currently come to, this Mecca, you begin to understand some different things. You have a different perspective. You have a different set of understandings, and your clarity shifts in that process. So I always encourage it. Find a way, find a day, find some time, find something to get, but come here at least once if you do nothing else. Hey, Susu, I see you, baby. Thank you for coming through. Sharisa Sanders, what's going on? Who else we got on here? Patrice Delcourt, how are you? Hey, Poppy. There go the producer lady, y'all. She on here. She's talking about swing that hair, baby. No, baby, I'm not going to be swinging my hair on here. I'm be them. You going to mess around and have people talking about me. Andrea Hargrove in the house. Thank you. Teresa, there you are. Let's see. Teresa said, that's why I'm coming to Chicago, to learn the history and the Chicago Steppers dance, and would love to meet some of the steppers of the Chicago Mecca. Yes, absolutely, Teresa. Now, let me offer you all the opportunity, and this is a suggestion, even though this is going to be a huge set, it will get you here. And, of course, you're not specifically relegated to being only in one place, even though everybody will be out there at McCormick. But we do have the homecoming coming up, y'all. My man Irie Israel, Keith Hubbard, and his people, they're all putting together. Let me see who all is on this doggone thing as facilitators. We got, Keith C. Moore, Ken B., that's Ken Bedford, Keith Hubbard, and Irie Israel. Those are facilitators. It's going to be, we have the Hyatt Regency McCormick Place and Convention Center. Now, let me tell y'all, the homecoming is a perfect opportunity for you to come to Chicago and really enjoy this thing and check out Chicago. There are going to be a lot of people here that are originally from Chicago who have moved away, like myself. There are going to be a lot of people that are here who you will never see if you don't come here. It's going to be a great set. Now, keep in mind that the hotel is almost full. They have sold almost I think it's either close to or at 1,500 rooms already. The lake view that you're going to get during this dance is bananas. We had a walkthrough. I think it was last week. Irie did, and you have the hotel, you have the after parties, the day parties. This thing is a no sleep weekend. Y'all gonna really, really enjoy that, and you need to check that out if you can. That's Memorial Weekend, with Chicago Steppers Homecoming. I'm just saying. Oh, it's a can't be free event. So if you book a room, you get 2 free tickets for everything. It's all inclusive. The room prices are pretty reasonable, from what I understand. It's been a minute. I haven't looked at that stuff again, but I will. And also, let me say, when I was on Thursday night, when I was hanging out at Noble Lounge, y'all, I got to hang out a little bit with my girl Deborah Curtis and Joyce Taylor, and they off the chain. They shut the place down. She didn't want to go home. It was pretty doggone funny, but we had a real good time. I got an opportunity to get a lot of really good video in the 50 and just hanging out all weekend, and there's some of it is on my page. I got some more that I took, but I haven't had an opportunity to post it yet. Dennis Moore, what's up, homie? Yes, Dennis, is Labor Day weekend. Did I say Memorial? I meant Labor Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend, we will be in Chicago. Yet another opportunity for you outsiders. When I say, I don't mean outsiders. That sounds so rude. For you out-of-town guests to come to Chicago. Sunshine will be doing her party at Noble Lounge on that weekend, and it is going to be ooh-wee. That's going to be one of them parties, I promise you. You want to talk about a fun time? Whew, you need to come for that. That one there is going to be a barn burner. If you need any information, let me know. Matter of fact, Sunshine is on this live. Sunshine, put some of that information in here for the people if they want to, in case they want to check that out. It is going to be a barn burner. She's got a nice lineup of DJs, some of the people that you love so much. There's going to be a lot of great work done on that at that event, so you need to check that out. That's just yet another opportunity. Now, I got past Saturday. There's so many things happen, but that thing, that Deja Vu set was, I have no words. I had so much fun, and I wasn't even there long, but all I can say is it took me back and it reminded me of what a real stepper set looked like. I was probably one of the most underdressed people there, and I had on some black pants, black jeans, and my boots, and a black sweater, and I felt out of place, and I don't like feeling out of place. But I'm traveling for business, and I did not bring clothes for that sort of thing, which I should have. Which brings me to a very good point. If you come here with some clothes. Seriously, bring something or be prepared to shop. And if you're going to go shop, you can go right out. Go see my man Footwork James out there, Dressed to Impress. They have a wonderful array of clothing for the guys. Listen, you can walk in Dressed to Impress butt naked. Go see Footwork James, my man James Harris. You can walk in that joint butt naked and come out of there cleaner than the board of health, baby. I'm talking about they got it all for you at Dressed to Impress. I go to the one, there's one right here on 95th and Western, but I go to the one out on Sibley Boulevard. That's where James is, and I always like to spend my money with him because, again, like I said earlier, support the people within your community because that's always going to be a good look, and it helps us build, and that's a beautiful thing. Diane Churchill says, love your show. Coming down here in Dallas, Texas, and Drew Alexander's intensive weekend, improving my stepping. I'm from Chicago. There you go, Lady Di. That's what's up. See, look at that, y'all. And somebody from Chicago goes there to get what Drew got, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Good deal. Gia Watson, how you doing? Very good to see you. So, be prepared with your clothes. Now, speaking of that right there, let me tell y'all. So today, I finally had a couple of free minutes, and I've been trying to get to this place all week, and I finally got my tail in there this morning. And that is, y'all, Boss Shine and Shoe Shop. Right here on 75th Street. Matter of fact, let me see. What did I got the address. I'm gonna call it out because you need to, fellas, I'm telling you now. See, back in the day when we was coming up in this game, we dressed. And simple fact is, we wasn't walking around in gym shoes. That just became popular when, after me. That was never my thing. But guys started wearing gym shoes every day like regular hard bottom shoes. Respectable men, we put on shoes. Now, I'm not saying, fellas are not respectful who wear other things, because there are plenty of guys, we're getting older, a lot of guys don't like wearing hard shoes, they like wearing tennis shoes and all of that. But you couldn't get into clubs here. You couldn't get in a party here without having on some clothes. I remember you couldn't get in a Godfather as an example. First of all, you had to be at least, I believe it was 25, 26, it might have been 30, and you had to have on a jacket and hard shoes. You weren't getting in, period. You had to be dressed. You had to have on some clothes. And I ain't saying dress casual for us was a suit jacket, a nice shirt, even if it was a silk shirt, a pair of slacks, and some shoes. But I felt refreshed to be able to sit in this chair. If y'all want to check it out, I got some pictures up from the shop where they did my boots today with a real shoe shine. Where I live, you know how hard it is to get your shoes shine. You take your shoes to the shop and then they shine them, Man, look, we get up in the chair, sit down, put your feet in the stirrups, and let that cat go to work on your boots, man. Let them go to work on them gators. Let them make them things do what it's supposed to do. Look, man, I appreciate the fact that this still exists. Fellas, you come to Chicago and your shoes is looking like some kind of damn dust bunny's been running across them, take your tail right over here. I'm finna give you the address right now so you can come back on this show and look for it. You need to come over here, 349 East 75th Street, Chicago. George and Will gonna take care of you, all right? Get your shoes shine. Now, right next door is a badass tailoring shop. You can get suits cut. You can get alterations. I've worked with them too. Them cats get it in. You need to hook these things up. Boss Shine, man, that's what it is. It's called Boss Shine. Right on 75th Street. Matter of fact, let me tell you where it's at. It's about 3 blocks from the 50-yard line going east. You can't miss it. Now, right past that shoe shine shop is an empty lot. That empty lot used to be a club that we used to step in called The Other Place. Y'all don't hear me, though. Got to get your shoes shined. You got to look like somebody. At least I do. I don't know about you, but I do. So I'm just saying. So I managed to make it up in there to get my thing taken care of, man. I got my shoes shine, Jack. And it just reminded me of what an old player told me years and years ago. He said 3 things a man must have. You got to have on a good pair of shoes, and they got to be shined. You need to have on a good watch, and you need to smell good. You got them 3 things, you can take over the world. Now, there you go. You heard it here first. If you ain't heard it before, you heard it here first. So now just remember that. You got to have a good watch. Oh, wait. See, you don't even know what that is. You got to have on a good pair of shoes that shine, and you got to smell good. You can get away with a whole lot with them 3 things. Now, shout out to my man Will and George. They did their thing for me today. Now, Sunday, I had a little work to do, but that's okay, because I got up after I did my work, and I ran my tail over to my man Snoopy Kane's set, the Sunday midday stepper set, at a little venue called Ophelia's. Now, I've been there before, one other time. RJ, what's going on? Thank you for checking in. I had been over there one other time while I was in town. I went over there to holler at my man Snoopy King. Snoopy King is a very good instructor, a very, I'm going to say, God-fearing man. He is one of those guys that you know he's going to operate in integrity and he's going to do the right thing. I like people like that. People like that are important to me. They are important to my circle. That's why I keep certain guys around me, real gentlemen. And Snoopy King puts on a fantastic Sunday afternoon set. And I believe it goes from like 3 or 4 to like 7. 7, 7, 8, something like that. Great, great set. A lot of really good people. Went in there and Eric E.T. Taylor was on the ones and twos doing what he do. And baby, when I tell you E.T. was tearing it up, E.T. was getting it in, baby. And see, here's another thing about when you come to Chicago on an off sort of time. You go to places like this, and all of those DJs that you see on other people's flyers when you live out of town, you live in these other cities, and you're like, ooh, Myron gonna play here. Ooh, Cross coming. Ooh, Mellow Chris. Oh, and by the way, at the Deja Vu set, Mellow Chris did his thing in there. He was in there getting it in. You see these different DJs that you admire and love when they come to your city. You be like, ooh, I'm going because so-and-so playing. You catch the right night of the week in Chicago, you can see any one of them playing because it's what they do. All week long, they had somebody set. They somewhere. You're gonna catch them at a set doing what they do out of town every week. All you got to do is come here. So my man Eric E.T. Taylor was in there tearing it up, doing his thing, and we had a really good time. But while I was in there, I want to give a shout out to Talia and her husband Kurt Davis. Look at here. Now me and him, we go back to the old days, motorcycles and cars here in Chicago. Her and I go back. We went to high school together. And great couple. Love them. But I did not know that Kurt was a photographer. So myself, Kurt, and another young lady were sitting at the table by the name of Joanne Runnels, who is a part of this community, who does, by the way, wedding photography and other types of photography. And we literally sat for almost 2 hours having a conversation about nothing but photographs. You should have seen us. We had our phones and we were going, look at this one, look at this one, look at this one. We're comparing photographs. Once again, like I said at the beginning of this show, here we have all this talent right here in the community to take advantage of. So we have yet another photographer in our midst who is a fully working photographer, unlike me, because I'm off I'm out of the thing for a little while. I haven't picked up my cameras in quite a while, but we had so much in common. But Joanne is clearly a phenomenal photographer. I've seen some of her work, and y'all look her up on Facebook. That's JoAnneRunnels, and she does great stuff. Y'all need to check her out. Very, very creative. And one of the things I like about what she said, she has this moniker on her car that says, "I see things differently," and that's beautiful. So if you get an opportunity and you need photography, you need to call Joanne. She is a part of the Steppers family. Put her to work, y'all. Anyway, got a chance to kind of hang out with the Drops a little bit. They were also in the building. Kicked it with my man Snoop, and a few other folks. My man Kim Bowie was in the building, and we hung out and talked a little crap. It was Kim's birthday, Kim Bowie's birthday, so we hung out a little bit. Now there was a young lady there who is probably upset with me because she did ask me to dance twice, and I want to take this time to make a public apology. Understand, when it happened, the first time I was in the middle of this photographic conversation. It was very, very a deep thing because we were into some technical stuff. The second time I was videotaping what was going on in the room. So when I see you again, you know who you are. I got you. And I apologize, and I hope you're not upset with me. My bad. I'm going to make it up to you. Now, that was a great set. Snoopy King, that's every Sunday at this beautiful, beautiful venue called Ophelia's. Now, let's talk about Ophelia. I've been waiting to get to this part. Ophelia, which I had no clue, and I'm going to tell y'all why I had no clue. Chicago, for the most part, has always been a fairly segregated city. And we were in a little place called Blue Island. And the last thing I thought about Blue Island was that there were black folks doing a whole lot of things. And I know times have changed, and it's been a long time since I've actually lived here, and I know a lot of stuff has shifted. Well, I found out Ophelia's Banquets, Entertainment, and Conference Center is owned by a wonderful sister by the name of Ophelia Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastic venue. And I saw what was, the normal parts of it, which was the part we dance in when I come there. It's upstairs, and we go and, they're up there by the bar with the speakers and everything, and the sound's kicking and going there and doing the daggone thing. But I was fortunate enough by Ophelia's niece, who is one of our Steppin family, to be introduced to her. And she then gave me a tour of Ophelia's. All I'm going to say is if you are a Chicagoan and you are looking for a venue to do an event, to do your thing, among other things, and I'm going to bring that up in a second, y'all need to reach out to Ophelia and see if we can't put some more money in her pocket. She took me downstairs. There's a lower level. The ambiance in that room is crazy. It was like watching a movie when you come in there. It's set up just right. It has space for a live band. And it reminded me of the old days when I used to be the road manager for a band. Back in the day, a bunch of my homies, we used to be in these little bars and different places where things were really going on. And this reminds me so much of that with a lot of class. Comedians, and they do spoken word down there. You guys need to check Ophelia out. You get an opportunity. Ophelia's in Blue Island. I don't have the address. Wait a minute, let me see. Let me find it because I want to make sure that y'all got it. But this is absolutely yet another one of those things where we have an opportunity to support one another. And she clearly already supports this community because it's her venue that's being used to do the Sunday midday stepper set. Let me see. That I've been to a couple of times and had a wonderful time. Let me see. Where? It is 13102 Southwestern Avenue, Blue Island, 60406. Ophelia's Banquets, Entertainment, and Conference Center. 13102 Southwestern Avenue, Blue Island. I was refreshed and enlightened, and I can't say enough good things. And let me tell you, sweet, sweet woman. Very, very cool, very professional, very gracious. I enjoyed her energy, and I think that we need to try as hard as we can to make sure that places like that remain intact and up and running into the future. She does a great thing over there. Let me see here. Oh, y'all, I've been talking a long time. I apologize. I've been talking too much. Okay. So, damn, I've been going an hour and 14 minutes. It's time for me to go, y'all. Shoot. Anyway, I want to tell you all, first of all, I thank you and I appreciate all of the support. I had yet another, matter of fact, twice today I had people walk up to me. I had a lady, I was buying some coffee for someone, and a lady walked up to me and she said, "Do I know you?" And I said, "I don't know." I move around a little bit. She said, "You look familiar." She said, "You part of the Steppers community?" And I had on my inside Steppin hoodie. And I did this, and she said, that's it. You that guy that be on there talking about Steppin." I was like, "Yep, that's me." It is overwhelmingly refreshing for me to be given the props when people approach me and say to me, "You're doing a good thing, don't stop." It's like putting shackles on my wrists, you know what I mean, to do this, because I know too many people are being helped through these shows. So again, back to that word we started out with, consistency. We're going to continue to be consistent every single Tuesday, 7 o'clock. God willing and the creek don't rise. This is where we'll be. And I hope that you will be here with us so that we can continue to fellowship and build together in this community and make things better for everybody, for those who have been here, who need to reevaluate their understandings, and those who are new and need to gain understanding, and those who are here that just along for the ride. But we all need to embrace one another and move forward in this dance the best way we know how, and try as hard as we can to forever remain students of not only our own human nature, but of the dance itself. And when we can not take ourselves too seriously, and when we can not point a finger at the next person, we'll all grow. And it don't matter if you fall down. It just matters that you get up. You can fall down 10 times as long as you get up 11. And I think that as long as that happens, we can also help each other up along the way. Okay, Josiah Burt got jokes. He said, I'm doing a great job with my 45 jobs. Yeah, okay. A great thing with my 45 jobs. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay, bro. Another one of my collaboration members, my man, Mr. Josiah Burt. Collaboration is real, my brother. So with all of that said, I know there are some more things that I would say and could say, because I always got something to say, but I'm going to stop. Always remember, you got people who speak because they want to say something, and then you have people who speak because they have something to say, and there is a difference. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. Martina Dees, how you doing? It's time for me to roll. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You all make this what it is. Without you, we have nothing. We don't have a show unless there's someone to watch it. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it, in the words of Tony Adway. And I want you all to enjoy the rest of your week. I got to catch a flight on Thursday. I am back in Texas. Thank goodness. Oh, and before I go, right quick, I don't know how I could forget my own stuff. You guys, if you are in the area, if you are in the region, or if you just want to get on a daggone plane, you are more than welcome. But we're going to be doing the damn thing in San Antonio this weekend, y'all. My man Josiah Burt will be on deck doing privates, workshop, and all of that. And we will be partying on Saturday. You can go on my page and get that information. It is a fourth Saturday Chicago style Steppers pop-up in San Antonio at Jay's Eatery. Now, the guy who owns Jay's Eatery is also a Chicagoan, straight from Inglewood. And my man got a hell of a thing going on with the restaurant. The food is off the chain. We got a great set going on. Me and myself and my man, Mr. DJ. I'm DJ Mr. Mello, right from the west side of Chicago. See, we got a Chicago thing going on down in Texas, down in San Antonio. And we're going to be doing it this weekend, man. So we got a lot of people coming in, a lot of folks coming to hang out with us. So if y'all are in the area or you just want to make it come to Texas and kick it this weekend, we got it for you. It's going down in Texas, 4th Saturday. So you can come on and kick it like everybody else. And I guarantee you will have a good time. Now, I got my own stuff out the way. We'll be in Vegas in June, y'all. Sandra Van Dyson out there in Vegas doing her thing with a stepper set. We're going to have Carmichael, Maddie B, and a few other treats. So y'all can look that up. Check it on my page and come on down. Hey, Sunshine, did you put the information I told you to put up there? I bet you didn't. No, you didn't. Sunshine's event is Memorial Weekend right here in Chicago. It's going to be the reunion. Y'all need to check that out. I am looking forward to that. It's going to be a blast. One of those events that you're going to be saying, damn, I should have went. Trust me. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Love. Oh, and shout out to my hairdresser, Miss Deanna Brantley, my mother-in-law, Poppy's mama, y'all, producer lady's mama. She got it going on. She been had me hooked up like this from back in the day. See, when I first met Poppy, my hair was long like this. So I let it grow back, and now, I'm doing my thing again. All right, I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Love you. Peace. We gone. Let me see if I can get y'all out of here. Can't get you out of here. Gotta get y'all out of here. I gotta get out of here. Uh-oh. She said May 31st. May 31st is Memorial Weekend. What are you talking about? Sunshine? Not Memorial Day. I didn't say Memorial Day. I said Memorial Weekend. Man, I ain't thinking about you, Sunshine. Bye. Bye. Peace, y'all.